name is Kurt Mortensen. Welcome back to the Maximize Your Influence channel. Just finished another podcast. Go to MaximizeYourInfluence.com on permission to win. Last week was achievement versus life alignment. Now it's permission to win, another self-persuasion tool. Your mindset. If you can't persuade yourself, you can't lead yourself, nothing else I teach you is going to matter. Giving yourself permission to win. So let's talk about that. Permission to win. Before I do me a favor, hit like. Share this with other people, with your family, your friends, your enemies. Help us out here with the content that we provide. Of course, at MaximizeYourInfluence.com is the place to get your free book, Maximum Influence. That's the new edition. Pick up a little shipping and handling, and you can take your Persuasion IQ test and check out other things that we are doing. So let's get into permission to win. Now, on this channel, what I do is I supersize one of the concepts that I talked about on the podcast. Now, the podcast is on permission to win. And the reason I talked about that is I watched a college football game this weekend, and this team was going up. They were winning by 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. They were playing to win. But as any coach will tell you, the moment you play not to lose, you're going to lose. And that's what happened. They got all conservative. They were all excited about winning. They were a ranked team. Wow, we're going to do this. And they were playing not to lose. And then the other team kept scoring and scoring and scoring, and they lost. And that's what a lot of you are doing with your life. You're playing not to lose. In the business world, well, I don't want to give the presentation. I might not look bad. I don't want to join the committee or the project. What if it fails? I don't want to answer that question. What if I look bad? Right? That's playing to lose. You got to put yourself out there and play to win. Yeah, you might lose some games. That's okay. But ultimately, you're going to win, and that's the key factor to your success. So let's talk about this and understand a couple concepts here. The first concept is your loser's limp. Now, let me just clarify here. This isn't your fault. Society's given these things to you. They've damaged your brain, but you have a loser's limp. Now, this is a sports term. When I run marathons with my sister, well, I run a half marathon. She runs the marathons. You hear these things like, oh, my knee's been hurting. I don't know if I can finish. And oh, I haven't been training very well. And I've been sick, and I didn't get enough sleep. And you know what I ate last night? Before the races even started, they've given themselves an excuse to fail. So what a loser's limp is your pre-excuse to fail. Before you speak, well, I'm not a good public speaker. Before you get on the phone, I'm not good on the phone. I don't have people skills. I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to persuade. All loser's limp. You never even tried it before. And so before you even tried it, just to protect yourself, you give yourself a reason, an excuse to fail. When you give yourself a pre-excuse to fail, you're gonna fail. Don't do that. Be very careful with you and the people around you. That is a huge piece that holds people down before they even try. An excuse, it's okay to fail. When you do that, you're going to fail and you're going to lose. The next one is learned helplessness. You're like, Kurt, what's that? Well, this comes from Dr. Martin Seligman, who did a lot of research on learned optimism. He found that the opposite was learned helplessness, that if you try something 1 or 2 or 3 times, it doesn't work out. So it will never work out. You never try it again. And this comes from the animal kingdom. Elephants, for example, the baby elephant, you put a big chain around them, tie it to a tree, they try to escape, they can't. By the time they're an adult elephant, a little piece of rope around a flimsy tree, they never try to escape, they've given up. Or if you put fleas in a jar, right? Fleas can jump 13 inches, they'll jump right out of the jar. So you put a lid on it, and they jump and hit the lid, they don't like that, so they just jump high enough so they don't hit the lid. You take the lid off after, 10, 20, 30 minutes, they keep jumping, they'll never escape because they've trained themselves not to hit the lid, they've given up. Or another example from the animal kingdom, a barracuda. Barracudas love to eat minnows, and so you put them in this big tank with a glass partition. Barracuda's on this side, minnows on this side, and the barracuda's trying to get him, hit the glass in his face, snout, whatever you call it, nose, and it gives up. You take the glass partition out, and the minnows are running into this barracuda, and the barracuda starves to death. So what learned helplessness is your post-excuse. I've tried it a few times. I'm never going to try it again. And that's not how it works. You keep trying until you do it, till you win. First time you public speak, it's probably not going to be a good thing. The first time you golf, it's not going to be a good thing. First time you do anything. First 3, 4, 5, 6 times you do anything, you're not very good. You keep doing it until. Everybody's starting at the same point. Nobody started a natural athlete, a natural public speaker, a natural persuader. They learned how to do it through failure, through a few losses, because they gave themselves permission to win. They knew ultimately they were going to win. So on the podcast, I talked about a few solutions called the imposter syndrome. I talked about that. I talked about conflicting beliefs. But let me give you a few other solutions to add to this, okay? One solution is learned optimism, like I talked about. You can learn to be more optimistic. to realize you're going to lose a few battles, a few games, but ultimately you're going to win. You're going to be more optimistic. That's from Dr. Martin Seligman. He actually teaches you can learn optimism. That's number one. Number two, remember past successes. In the past, those victories that you've had, the things that you've done well, those accomplishments will get you in the right mindset to win, to want to win, to know that you can win. And the third one is maybe you need smaller victories. Maybe your game plan's too big. Just smaller victories, smaller goals to get you where you want to go. I'm not saying have a big dream, big goal. You want to have that, but maybe smaller victories, daily victories. See that you're progressing. Don't weigh yourself once a month. Weigh yourself every day. So, I'm progressing here. Or your bank account or whatever you're trying to accomplish. Your close rate. Smaller victories, get you in the right mindset. I'm telling you, play the game to win. Not to lose, but play it to win. Give yourself permission to win. When you give yourself permission to win, have the right mindset, and you can persuade yourself, I guarantee you'll be able to go out and persuade with power.